Hello, mortals. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin. This is a vampire podcast, and as such, we'll be dealing with issues like drugs, alcohol, mental issues, violence, adult situations, death, and of course, blood. So, enjoy the show. Welcome, mortals. You've stumbled into the lair of the Integrated Dice Management Podcast. Tonight, we'll be playing Houston After Dark, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle. I'm Ron Bjork, your storyteller for the night, and joining me is the one and only Jaden.
Hi, I'm Jaden.
Next, we have the Lord of Chaos himself, Frank.
Hey, I'm Frank.
After that, we have the man with the mesmerizing voice, if his mic worked right, Bill.
Hey there, everyone. I am Bill. I'm going to be playing Jerry Wilson, the lovable, wonderful guy. Yeah.
And last, and by his own admission least, Hayden.
What up?
Okay. The end.
The end.
The end of the intro.
That was pretty decent.
Yeah. I think we should all work on that, but that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, we should work on our parts, but Ron, you've got your shit.
Yeah, that was good. That's what I meant. Work on our parts.
I wasn't expecting to go first. I was startled. I was scared.
I'll do it in different orders randomly.
I was actually expecting these to go first, though.
If that's always my intro, you always have to do me last, then that's okay.
I was also going to call you like the horniest of the group or something like that.
Bro.
For real.
All right, so let's see. This would be the night of January 4th, 2020. Holidays of note: National Spaghetti Day. Top news: Trump threatens Iran with attacks on 52 sites. Uprising: hundreds of first-time pro-gun activists flood the NRA town hall in Virginia. That's interesting. First time pro-gun. Okay. Booger McFarland draws huge penis on screen during Texans versus Bills game. And the Irwin family saves 90,000 animals injured in the Australian wildfires. Trending on social media, hashtag NFL playoffs, Barcelona, and whoever the heck Derrick Henry is.
To be fair, I felt like 2020 was about this long as well.
This long? What do you mean?
Like this is like the fourth day of 2020. 2020 felt like that.
Yeah.
I remember.
It really
that.
did. Like it's been like several weeks since we recorded, and it feels like it's been several weeks of 2020.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing that needs to happen is everyone has to roll for hunger. So at the bottom of your character sheets, there should be that hunger chart or whatever. What is it called? Rouse.
So does that mean I just gain 1 point of hunger, or does that mean
You gain 1 point of hunger, yeah. Or
Okay.
no, Maxwell gains a point of hunger.
Gosh, Frank?
You rolled
I am like
Okay, you rolled a 2, which means you do get hungrier.
What does mine mean?
I haven't woken up hungry like at all since we started this.
Cole does not get hungrier. Okay, so Cole doesn't get hungrier. Maxwell goes up by 1. Jerry goes up by 1. And Wesley does not get hungrier. Okay, now Jaden, Wesley, make a willpower roll. So click on the willpower button.
Critical hit.
Okay, so throughout the day, your phone has been blowing up, but because you're a vampire, you don't normally wake up to such things as simple as a phone blowing out, not blowing up, but going off. But because you rolled a critical hit, I'm going to say about halfway through the day, you groggily wake up to the sound of your phone ringing.
Okay.
You are presumably in your house, in the darkest room of your house, because you previously mind controlled, had your wife and children or whatever mind controlled, and you're, where would you be in your house?
If Well, there's no basements, so I guess just the center room of the house.
Okay, like a bathroom or something.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I have a layout that has like a room in the middle,
Okay,
under the stairs or something.
under the stairs, so you're like in the Harry Potter room.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your gun safe room.
Yeah, there.
Exactly.
He's inside of his gun safe.
So your phone is going off.
Is it a phone call?
Yes. Currently, it's a phone call.
I'm gonna answer it.
Okay. When you answer, they say, "Oh, Miss," and you saw that it's from random name, Jared Johnson, one of the members of the board at your company.
Okay.
One of the members of the board of directors, Jared Johnson.
I like how you got the most two basic white people names.
Yeah, those are the first things that popped into my head for some reason.
Hey, y'all, my name's Jared Johnson. It's great to meet you. I'm super duper white.
I almost said Jared Leto, but
Jared Leto.
you already are friends with Seth Rogen. You don't need another actor.
Oh no.
Mr. Isaacs, finally, I've gotten a hold of you. What the hell is going on?
What do you mean?
Did you authorize the sale of 10% of the company?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what you were thinking. This man, he's already bought out two other members of the board and now owns a third of the company. And he's calling for a meeting of the board of directors this Monday night.
I knew this was gonna happen.
How could you authorize such a thing without at least consulting your CFO?
You see,
That means Chief Financial Officer.
sometimes you need to make big financial decisions on your own.
Well, we've put a temporary lock on any further shares sale of company shares to prevent him from buying out the rest of us. There's probably a couple more weak links, but I think we're safe now. But he owns almost as many shares as you now.
Don't stress about it. I'll talk to him. Don't even worry about it. Tell everyone it's gonna be okay. I'll go talk to him. We'll figure something out, and we won't be losing anything today.
Give me let's see, what are your skills here? A roll to calm this dude down. You've got persuasion. You don't have leadership. Yeah, persuasion could work.
Insight? No.
Insight, you already know why he's freaking out. So you could do persuasion, or you could even argue, like, if you wanted to, this would be a better dice pool for you, a finance plus intelligence, and give me some financial mumbo jumbo. But you're gonna have to speak that. Come up with something.
Okay, I can do that, I think.
Okay. Give me okay, so click finance plus intelligence.
Intelligence.
3 success. All right. So yeah, give me a little bit of a successful financial roll.
Like just start talking about it?
Yeah, just something that sounds vaguely convincing. We're not finance experts here.
Okay. So listen, man.
I think that's obvious.
So whenever he owns as much as I do, we're basically becoming partners. Okay. So once we kind of own enough of the company together, we'll be able to share some of the bigger ideas and expand into other aspects of other companies' financial decisions. And that's why we shouldn't be worrying about anything, because this is going to be very fruitful for the future of the company.
Well, I'm still a little bit worried, but I'll trust you, sir.
Don't worry. I'll get y'all donuts on Friday. It'll be good.
Okay, but we're meeting Monday night.
Well, then I'll get donuts for that too then.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. He hangs up.
They gotta be fresh donuts.
Yeah. And
Obviously.
if anyone has spent any of their willpower, I know Wesley specifically you did. There's a slash on one of your willpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who spent it can regain at the beginning of a session. You can regain up to either your composure or resolve in willpower.
Oh, what about my health? I have 3 slashes.
Your health, recovering health. Well, you have to roll rouse checks to heal anytime.
Even if I sleep? Or
Healing, superficial. At the beginning of a session, mortals can remove superficial up to their stamina. Vampires can remove a number of superficial damage levels from their health tracker by rousing the blood each turn. Yeah, so you don't automatically heal it from sleeping.
rouse still?
Yeah, so additional rouse checks to heal yourself.
Like, as many as I lost?
As many as you want, because each time you do it, you risk the chance of getting hungrier. Hayden, I think you might actually heal more than everyone else.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think you heal like 2 at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse once, I guess.
All right, you get hungrier, but you heal 2 health.
I have 3 dots.
Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty hungry, but it's not like you're out of control hungry.
Yeah.
So,
do I heal when I feed?
No, but you can rouse check as you feed, and basically, if you get hungry, you take a point of blood, rouse check. Maybe you lose it, maybe you don't, but you can always take another point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So for those of you who, I know Wesley, you're back at your house. Bill, where did your character spend the night?
Imagine probably at I'm assuming what would be the haven that I've been staying at.
Okay. Yeah. And I believe Maxwell probably would have still stayed at the warehouse.
Yeah.
And Cole, she at this point wouldn't have cared, would have let you go home if you wanted.
I probably wouldn't have gone home. I probably would have went back to my parents' house in the old neighborhood.
Are your parents living there?
No, they don't live there. I just went there. Of course they're there.
What? I don't know. You're a vampire and you're gonna go stay at your parents' house?
Sure, you might eat them.
I mean, he's not hungry, but
I mean, I'm a bagger, so
yeah. Well, that doesn't mean if you had high hunger, it doesn't run the risk. Because once you get too hungry, even the slightest drop of blood could potentially send you into a frenzy.
True. Okay, I probably would have just.
I mean, it's fine if
I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I probably have a shitty apartment, so I guess I could go back to the shitty apartment.
Yeah, and just sleep in a closet or something until you get the chance to aluminum foil your windows.
Yeah, probably have some duct tape around the edges of the inside.
All right, so those of you who are not currently with your sires, basically you were told that you're supposed to meet up with them. So you're meeting the prince tonight, and you're actually supposed to go to a private meeting before. You're going to be going to what's called Elysium, which is basically it's sort of like a party, not necessarily a party, but it's basically neutral ground where vampires from all sects can come. Sect, SECT, not sexes, although vampires of all sexes as well can come and meet on neutral ground, and no violence is allowed. No use of powers is allowed. Any use of powers or committing violence basically forfeits your safety while you're there, but you're guaranteed safety to and from Elysium and while you're at Elysium. So no one can attack you when you are obviously on your way, when you're there, or when you're obviously on your way back. The prince's protection extends to you during Elysium. And it's basically a place for all of the vampire like aristocracy to meet up and mingle, and anyone who needs an audience with the prince can come to Elysium and do it there. But you guys are supposed to meet around 10 p.m. for a private meeting with the prince before the start of Elysium. You guys are
What time is it now?
It's still January, so it's early, like, I don't know, 6:30 to 7. It just got dark.
So if vampires like just automatically go to sleep, or not automatically, but like are almost basically forced to go to sleep as soon as the sun comes up, or shortly thereafter, and we just sit up straight, do we just do that at any given time like you normally would as a human, or do we get up all at like 6 o'clock?
So it kind of depends on how old you are, but basically the younger ones especially will usually wake up right at sunset, like sometimes before the sun is completely down. In which case they can still be burned if they're not careful.
That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
What about if you're older? Do you wake up later?
If you're older, you don't wake up until it's completely dark, usually.
What if you want to be an early bird?
I think there is one of those traits that you can get to do that. What are they called? The merits and flaws type stuff. I think there's one that does that.
I just thought about like setting an alarm for like maybe 5:30.
So, well, for like 5:30, the sun is just barely starting to go down, and as a young vampire, that wouldn't be too difficult. And the alarm would probably help. So when the sun is up, usually a vampire has to, technically they have to spend a willpower point. I just made Wesley roll it because I forgot, but he would have gained it back anyway because he gains back 3. But to wake up when the sun is still up, you have to spend willpower for like I think it's like every, so I don't remember exactly how long, but I feel like it's maybe every few minutes or something. But it also kind of has to do with your age and stuff like that. Well, your age and your blood potency. Because if your blood potency increases with age, but also you can spend experience to increase it. And if you have really high blood potency, you are essentially the equivalent of an elder vampire. So, who all is going to attempt to feed before you have to leave?
I should probably do that.
I'm definitely going to.
All right.
Do I still have a little bit of that wine in a bottle?
Yeah, I'd say you probably got one more feeding of that.
I mean, I'm not even hungry, so it doesn't really matter.
So Bill, since you are still with your sire, you can choose to feed on one of her patients, and she'll let you do that. What is your hunger at?
I'm at a 2.
Yeah, so you can choose to feed. We're not going to go through the details of it, so we can not spend this whole session feeding again. But yeah, you can take a hunger from one of the patients. Hayden, your sire does not conveniently have someone for you to feed upon, but we can do a roll since we kind of changed yours up. Basically, you've got to find someone who's not an innocent. So I need to come up with a roll for you to do that. Streetwise plus probably streetwise and wits to see if you can find yourself a criminal just wandering, out on the streets. A non-innocent person. 1 success. So I'm going to use this in this book here. Let's see what you find.
You find a guy jaywalking.
A D50. Roll a D50.
Me?
No, I'll just do it. Did it roll? There it goes. 18. All right. Yeah, you actually do find a guy jaywalking. He's stumbling across the street, wobbling around, clearly drunk. That this is who you find. You don't really know if he's innocent. You've got to determine that.
Innocence is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, that there's a drunk dude walking across the street. And he is jaywalking.
Stop this man.
Fucking kill him.
Eat him.
I guess I go up to him and just try to strike up a conversation. Be like, "Hey, man, where are you coming from?"
Oh, you're coming from the bar. What do you want?
Damn. Like, there's. I have no idea. Like, what am I supposed to do?
You only rolled one success, so I let you find somebody.
Yeah.
He's got public intoxication and jaywalking.
Yeah. I asked him, "How's your time at the bar? What were you up to?"
I mean, I was drinking.
Yeah. No friends? Not going home with anyone?
Oh no, nobody tonight.
Damn.
You got any booze on you?
Do I? Would I?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't feel like I really want to like drink the blood of a man jaywalking. I mean, that's not really like.
I mean, you don't have to drink his blood.
Yeah. So like.
But I'll say
I'll ask him what bar he came from. What was that?
you don't have time to find anyone else before you get to the meeting, or before it's time to go.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna drink from him.
All right,
There's
so
no point.
he just kind of stumbles on his way, and then you get a text from what's her face?
Tiv.
Yes, Tiv, saying, "Hey, it's time to go." So you're just gonna be a little hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 hunger is manageable. 4 is when you have to start making like rules for like this, like 3, unless someone just gets like their blood spilled, like a ton of blood. You're not going to have to roll anything for that. 4 is when like small amounts of blood can potentially make you go insane, and then 5 is you go insane and jump on the nearest person. And then Jerry, you were able to get a drop, a point of blood from your person, and so you are all either you all meet up with your various sires. And this is the first time all 4 of you will have been together
Since the party.
Yeah, you've met each other. You've all met each other, I think. Well, I don't know if everybody has actually met everybody individually. Jerry has certainly met. Like, I don't know if Jerry and Max have ever met.
No, I don't know Jerry.
No, I haven't met
Wesley
Max yet.
knows of me. I know of Wesley.
Yeah.
But I have seen Jerry and Cole around at the party. I saw them.
Jerry would know Cole. Wesley probably has seen Cole, but I doubt he knows him very well. Cole's doesn't work for Wesley. He's just the programmer who was involved in Jerry's app. Yeah. So, but Max and Wesley have fed together, and Jerry and Cole have fed together. So you do have that experience with each other. So all of you arrive, all 8 of you technically, because your sires are with you. And they take you in their various vehicles to a small building in downtown Houston, in the museum district, the area where all the museums are. And this is just like a small random like little shop or something. You go into the back room, and there is a guy whose name is. Did I make a name for this dude? My notes are out of order.
Let's break into the museum, natural science, and hang out with the dinosaurs.
All right. Well, you are met at the door. You probably don't, you don't all arrive at the same time, but as each of you arrive, you're met at the door by a man. He's wearing a suit. He's got one of the mustaches that do the curls, and he's got a bow tie. And he's like, "Yes, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. The prince will
Is he
be
a vampire?
Make a. I know wits plus composure is to detect surprise things, but to detect probably
Awareness.
yes, awareness and wits. To
Wait,
notice.
all of us rolling that, or
I mean, Frank asked, "Is he a vampire?" So you don't. He's pale skinned. You don't detect any obvious signs of the living. He's not using the blush of life, so he's probably dead.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, come in, and he ushers you into a room, and it's kind of like a just like maybe a meeting. Like there's some chairs, there's a couch, there's a desk, there's another door leading into another room. That door is locked, and if you mess with it, the guy's like, "Oh, please, the don't mess with that. The prince will be coming through any moment."
Don't touch what?
Just the door. I'm just saying, if anyone tries to mess with the door on the other side of the building, he tells you not to mess with it.
How far away is the door?
It's not a large building. It's just like you're brought into this room, and it's just like a room that someone's put some chairs in, and there's a desk in there, and then there's another door.
And he said, "Don't mess with the door."
He just said the prince will be coming through any moment. Don't mess with it, and it is locked. If you did mess with it,
Do I have a bucket and some water?
no, you don't.
Damn it. Okay.
There are 7 chairs. As the 4 of you arrive, the man ushers each of you to sit in a chair. Your sires are not offered chairs. They stand. They're mingling for now. Like the ones who know each other see each other. Carmen makes a comment about Imogen's outfit, and David.
like a passive aggressive comment?
That's a passive aggressive comment.
Mm.
David, kind of comes up and slaps, Tiv on the back, and it's like, that they talk about their latest meal, and
I pull out my phone and start playing with it.
it works, and with that many successes, it works for the night.
Cool. I start playing Flappy Bird again.
All right. Carmen does notice you're on the phone, and she comes over and whispers to you and all of you would have been coached on this person who you're meeting with is the most powerful vampire in town. Please be respectful, pay attention, things like that. Be on your best behavior when he arrives. And once you all get there, eventually the weird little man says he looks at his pocket watch and says, "Oh yes, the prince should be here in just 1 more minute." And he goes and stands over by the door that he told you not to mess with. And literally 60 seconds later, he reaches and unlocks the door. And then right after he does that, the knob turns, and in walks a man who I'm pretty sure his picture is in old style. So, imagine him in, I guess, modern clothing. Prince Augustus Chapman Allen, Prince of Houston.
Oh, look at this handsome, dapper gentleman.
Oh, I guess I should say, before he walked in, you were all asked to have a seat. There are 7 seats, and only 4 of you Your sires kind of stand against the back wall, just kind of stand over there. Do all of you take seats and be on your best behavior, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm playing Flappy Bird.
Still?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Hey,
Yeah.
the prince gave my sire told the sire to make me a person so that I can do things with tech.
No, he didn't.
I know, but that's what my character's thinking right now.
Right.
Like, it's been several days, there's been some weird shit, so I am just showing off that I can do stuff.
Okay.
I like make it a point to like edge my chair away from him.
Yeah. Tiv is so Tiv, Carmen, and Imogen are all standing, up here respectful and stuff. David is kind of slouched, leaning against the wall. He's not saying anything, but he's not putting on a show. So the prince walks in right after the door opens. If anyone wants to make a perception check to see what was in the room that he walked.
I can try.
I would totally like to perceive what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Because you tell you how to do that. Wits plus awareness, or awareness plus wits. 3 successes from Cole. Almost a crit.
How do I roll a 0?
0 is 10.
Oh, okay.
Did I roll? Oh.
2. Everyone got decent amount of successes. So in the room that he came from what you can pretty clearly see through the door, it was a room with no other doors.
The door was see-through?
No, when he opened the door and walked in, you guys could see into the room he came out of, and it was another room that had no doors leading out of it besides the one that, he just came through.
Yeah.
So he was literally standing in a room with no doors, except the door that was in.
Yes, and he sweeps in. He's wearing a top hat and a long flowing trench coat. I've decided. I don't know what he's wearing in his picture, but that's what he's got on.
It looked trench coaty.
Huh?
It looked kind of trench coaty.
Okay, he's got the kind of jacket that he's wearing, but it's got one of those those tail things, like
the long tail.
Yeah, the long tail, and he's got on a top hat.
Does he have a cane?
Yes.
I have a cane.
Definitely a cane. He walks in, he twirls his cane, and says, "Welcome. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here. I just wanted to meet you all. Please introduce yourselves. You there on the phone, who are you?"
I kind of jerk and look up at him because I didn't realize what was happening because Flappy Bird is addictive. And I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Prince, yes, I am Cole Stone. Yes, like the creamery, but no ice cream included."
Good. And your sire, he looks and Carmen steps forward, just like, that would be me, my lord. And he's like, all right. And you, and he looks at Jerry.
Name's Jerry Wilson. I'm curious to be here. Imogen brought me here, and still not 100% sure if this is real or not.
Oh yes, I'm sure we're all wondering if this is real. And you, and he points at Max.
I kind of like do like a little head tilt, and I go, "My name's Max. Honored to be here."
Honored. The honor's all mine. And last but not least, who is this fine gentleman?
Wesley Isaac. How's it going?
I would say it's going splendidly, but and he looks over at the man and he's like, quick, I need a name. Because I didn't name this guy.
You said he's old?
Well, No, but he's like a butler.
Jeeves.
Jeeves, really?
He looks at the. He says, "Tonight would be splendidly, except Jeeves. Tell me, how many child? How do they say it? Childer? For some reason, they say it's child re. How many childer you see here before me? 4, my lord. It's like 4. If I recall, I asked for 7. Well, I don't know where the other 3 are. And he's like, there were supposed to be 7. And he swings his fist and where's his character sheet? Why didn't I open that? Open. He swings his fist at the guy, and that would be all right. That's 8 successes.
Jesus Christ.
Is this a success? 9 successes. Yeah, he swings his fist at the dude, and the guy's lower jaw just flies off and goes across the room. And then he turns to he's like, why would I only want 4 when I asked for 7? Do any of you know? Do I look mad? And
can I roll politics to see like if I have like any idea why? Because my character knows a little bit about this because it's kind of like what he talked to his sire about.
Yeah.
The Civil War in the
politics plus, I guess, intelligence.
Okay.
As a side note, I slowly put my phone in my pocket.
5 successes.
So from the Civil War, you don't know any reason why he would do this. You do know that specifically your sire called him the Mad Prince.
Yeah, that's one thing I know about him.
Don't say that to his face, of course.
Yeah. He comes from a group that like legit has visions.
Yes. And it was his visions that told him to create them. And he turns away from you guys and says, Jeeves, where are my other 3? And Jeeves kind of like, can't speak, and he's like, oh, useless. Very well then, it will be your task, and he looks back to you guys, to bring me the other 3. And then he turns and walks out of the room. Have a nice night, and walks back into that room with no exit. And shuts the door, and Jeeves is like, just like, he's still alive because he's a vampire, and like picks up his lower jaw and like looks at it, and then looks at you guys, and then he goes and locks the door to the prince's room, and then just kind of like makes a gurgling noise and kind of motions to the door.
Are we supposed to go in?
No, the door for you guys to leave.
Real quick, I'm gonna turn to everyone and be like, "Wow, he likes to make an entrance and an exit, doesn't he?"
And then Tiv is like, "Yeah, that went about as well as I guess we could have expected. Let's get the hell out of here."
Did anybody else notice that there's no other door in that room?
I mean, he can probably teleport to an effect. I know that's a power.
I'm gonna whisper. I get who would probably be the closest other one to me
Of the group, of the party member or the NPCs?
Yeah.
Or
what? Of us, of the group.
I don't know. Y'all can determine what order you wanted to be in.
I can be sitting next to him.
All right, I'm just gonna whisper to you really quietly. Is he fucking insane?
I mean, they do call him the Mad Prince.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the hell? And we take our P's and Q's from this maniac?
I mean, that's kind of how it happens. Crazy people become the most powerful.
I hate that you're right.
So you guys, I guess, eventually head out of the room. I
asked Tiv, like, where are the other ones? I mean, I didn't know there were supposed to be other ones.
Says, honestly, like, I knew that there were others. I didn't have a number. She glances over at Jeeves, and he just kind of you notice that a little bit of his jaw has grown back because rouse checks. But there's only so much you can do against aggravated damage. And it'll probably take him a few nights to fully get his strength back, and then he like starts to make a noise, and then like stops, and then pulls out a little notepad and writes down something, passes it over to Tiv, and then he takes his jaw and he leaves. And she says he said he'll get us the information. He'll have the information for us by the end of Elysium. Yeah, so your people, they're like, well, I guess we should go to Elysium. That way you guys can meet some of the others, other vampires, and it's kind of expected. Like, this was an unofficial meeting of the prince. Like, you still have to go and like, and this is Tiv talking, and she's like, you still have to go, and she puts in air quotes, meet him publicly, so that like everyone knows you guys are allowed to exist here. I guess we'll find out more information about those missing 3 later. I don't know what's going on with that. And so they lead you across the street to the Museum of Fine Arts, and you see a sign that says sneak preview of the Hats Off Halston hats from the Masterson collection, which doesn't open until the public until January 11th, but you're getting a sneak peek of it. It's a collection of various hats, wigs, and hair accessories from the mid-20th century. And then Carmen stops when she sees that, and she's like, oh, shit. We probably should have like dressed up for the oh well. So when you guys go in, there's gonna be there's various vampires in like weird hats and wigs. And there's hats and wigs on display because that is what was at the Museum of Fine Arts in January. Specifically from the mid-20th century, which I don't even know what that. Let's see what mid-20th century hats look like.
1950s.
1950s.
Yeah. Yeah, like the bowler hat.
Yeah. So a bunch of bowler hats with like, I don't know, signs describing why this hat is special. But that's not what anyone's actually there for. Wandering around the museum are various waiters and waitresses, and they've got goblets of blood, fresh enough for even the pickiest vampire to tolerate. Some vampires only like blood straight from the source, but this blood is fresh enough. You don't know where this blood came from. You don't know if it's innocent blood or not, but hey, it's blood if you want to drink it.
I will attempt to grab a glass as it walks past.
And they don't stop you.
I take a glass.
Yep. Do you drink it?
I drink it.
Yeah. When you drink it, you can tell that this tastes almost as fresh as it did when you drank from that woman the other night. Like, this was probably from tonight.
That's great. I drink the rest of it.
Less than an hour old.
It still falls in the bagger category because it's not from the source.
It's bagger blood. I mean, any of you are allowed to drink this blood. None of you have things that specifically say you can't drink blood out of a cup.
I pull a flask out of my pocket and fill it with the next thing of blood.
There are a lot of like of a pretty big mix of people mingling around. I'd say maybe 30 or 40 people wandering around this place. Some of them dressed in, some of them are clearly seem out of place. You spot a guy who has like you spot there's a couple of vampires that straight up look like monsters. They've got like weird elongated jaws and pointy ears, and all of their teeth are long and pointed, and they've got like long claw-like fingernails, and these are the Nosferatu, the ones who are cursed with the monstrous appearance. There are incredibly beautiful vampires. There are normal looking vampires, I guess. And after a little while, so what does everyone do at this party?
I'm kind of just awkwardly like doing that whole take your husband to the mall thing. I'm just kind of awkwardly
Yeah. As you enter one room, random room, there's a few rooms in this museum. As you enter one room, there's a chair, and you notice the prince is sitting in the chair. He's already there, and sitting in his chair with his top hat on, and there's like a line of people, waiting to speak with him.
Are there like groups of people that like are obvious parts of clans?
I would say you guys don't
know well enough.
I mean, the Nosferatu are obvious, but the rest of the people, like, there are some people who like look like they literally came in off the streets, and some people who are wearing like Armani suits, and it's and everyone is being relatively respectful to each other. There's obviously a few cliques of like the beautiful people are over there, and the like punky people tend to hang out with each other.
Yeah, so I guess the beautiful people, I would know the Triador.
Uh-huh.
I want to find one of them because they're useful gossips. Because I remember this from like session 1. At least I wrote the notes down.
You find a pretty beautiful woman talking to a group of people. What are you going to do or say?
What are they talking about before I arrive?
They're kind of talking about like, oh man, those Australian wildfires. That's definitely going to be the biggest thing we talk about this year.
I walk up to one of them and go, "Hey, did you hear about the missing New Bloods?"
The woman, the beautiful one, she turns and she kind of like looks you up and down and says, she's like, I heard about them. I know they were supposed to be 7. Why are you one of them, I assume?
I am one of them. Apparently the prince got pissed and busted someone's jaw off. Now we're tasked to finding the other ones.
Jeeves, I assume. He's had to grow that back a few times.
Poor dude.
Yeah, it's a tough position being the prince's butler.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be adequate for that job if I were to put it in a good way.
If you want more information, you'd need to roll something.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it and then roll for it. I I guess I would say. I mean, I know my sire was specifically talked to about this happening. I assume it happened to the other sires as well. Do you have any idea who they might be?
Give me a roll.
Would that be persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion plus charisma or manipulation, depending on, how you want to call it.
I'll go charisma.
I would say charisma or manipulation, like based off what you're saying, it could be either. But if you chose manipulation, a failure could be she's realizing you're manipulating her type of thing.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to be friends.
Right.
Do I add any modifiers?
No. 3 successes. All right. So that gets you all of her secrets for this purpose. She says, "Well, my name is Lori. Lori, by the way."
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Laura. Sorry, I'm Max.
She holds out her hand in that like way for you to like kiss it.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah.
Most gentle of kisses.
A pleasure to meet you, Max. So I do know that another Toreador, Olivia, was supposed to embrace one of the new kindred for the prince, but I don't know where she is right now. I do know she frequently likes to frequent a nightclub called Darkspire.
So Olivia was supposed to sire.
She's supposed to be one of the ones who sire them, and she's known to frequent a nightclub called Darkspire. There's also I heard there's a gangrel by the name of Jess Crowkless. She only begrudgingly answers to the Camry. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she had refused to embrace someone at the orders of the prince, but I have no idea where she might be. And as far as the third person, alas, I don't know anything about that one. It really does irk me. I mean, how am I supposed to become the harpy if I can't find something like that out? The harpy is like the spokesperson for the Camarilla. The public master of whispers. So you have the name of 2 of the sires that were supposed to embrace people.
And who's Grangle?
So Jess is a gangrel.
Oh, he is a Grangle.
Let's see. Bill.
Yeah.
I had an interaction that was gonna happen for you.
Oh, I'm so happy because I was actually about to faux pas my way up to a fucking Nosferatu.
Oh, you can do that.
Oh shit. Well, then I guess I should just stick with the faux pas interaction. I'm gonna kind of I'll grab a drink just to kind of blend in with I'm not really drinking.
Is there
hungry.
a way I pay for the gossip? I remember that being like
to pay for the gossip.
Yeah, because I remember you saying like you give gossip for gossip, or there's some exchange.
Not an official way.
Okay.
So Bill wants to go up to a random Nosferatu.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm basically just gonna have a drink, and I'm not gonna be like drinking. I'm just gonna kind of have it, just kind of fit in, because again, awkward husband at the mall kind of feel from him right now. I'm like, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I'm a bit overwhelmed.
So yeah, there is a Nosferatu nearby. He's kind of standing quietly in a corner, observing. And yeah.
All right, I'm gonna kind of edge my way over to him just a little bit, and I'm gonna turn to him and be like, how is it going?
He looks at you and smiles a toothy grin, revealing his serrated teeth, and says, "It's going no, I don't want to say splendidly again. Why is that word in my head?
It's what old people would say.
Trying to find the accent. I don't know the accent. It's going great.
That's
great. How's it going for you, kid?
And by the way, Bill's not stuttering. This is all Jerry. I'm good. What? I'm just gonna come out. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna come out and say it. What's going on?
My face.
I wasn't gonna say it so bluntly, but yes.
Don't worry about it, kid. A lot of people want to know what's going on with this masterpiece here. Yeah, it's Curse of the Clan. You know, all of you other types, you get to look pretty, but we Nosferatu, where we and Bill, you've read about the Nosferatu in the documents. You know, we didn't get so lucky in the cheekbones department, if you know what I mean.
Right. So, out of curiosity, why are we doing this? Exactly. This whole meet and greet type thing.
It's tradition. You gotta be presented to the prince that lets all the other bloodsuckers here in town know about you, know you're a thing, and know you're welcome here. Otherwise, if you're a rogue vampire walking through town, anybody can just pick you up and take you home for dinner if they wanted.
So everyone pretty much kowtows to that the guy that comes and goes out of the room without no other way in.
He chuckles at that and he's like, "Well, let's just say he's the baddest of the bads in town." And, you know, I mean, you've seen Jeeves, right? You saw what happened to his jaw. You know, that's children's play compared to what he can do to your brain.
What do you mean? What can he do to my brain?
He can make you. He can drive you insane just by looking at you if he wants to. You think he's insane? He can turn your mind into a bowl of pudding if you wanted.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
And it won't even be blood pudding.
Funny. That's adorable. So out of curiosity, I noticed, in the stuff I was made to read, it said, we all get along during these meetups, but what about all the rest of the time? Do the clans get along?
Well, I mean, the clans, I guess, get along fine for the most part, but individuals, when you live hundreds of years, you're bound to make some enemies, and everybody's playing the game. They all want that top seat.
Right. So, out of curiosity, who are the big power players to keep an eye out for here? Because you seem like the type that's not gonna care about these formalities so much.
He just like belly laughs at that, and eventually he catches his breath, and he's like, "Well, I mean, you're right. I don't care about playing the game, but you're looking at one of the power players, Oscar Peretta, Primogen of the Nosferatu. Primogen, your book, your information is one of the council members, basically, of the city."
Uh-huh.
He points over to to Max, who's talking to a incredibly beautiful woman. That there's Lori Harris. She's the Toreador Primogen. He points over at the prince. You already met him. The prince. The stiff standing next to him. That's Joan Ellenridge. She's his Sinistchal, which basically means she's kind of his like Jeeves is his butler, but she's actually his right hand man. He glances around the room. He's like, oh, up over there, you got Tufan. She's the sheriff. Don't piss her off. She's got the authority to just take your life if she thinks you're a problem.
What was that last name? The one that you said could just end me?
Murder you?
Tufan. Tuphan.
Tuphan.
There's I don't see him right now, but there's the Ventru Primogen, James Oliver, Jason. He points at a dude who is out on. He's like, there's like some light music playing, and the guy's just like grabbing, random vampires out of the crowd and like dancing with them. That over there is Jason Moser. He's the Bruja Primogen, and somewhere around here, she doesn't usually pay that much attention to these things, but she's probably around there. Is that a she or a he? Kiet von Tron, that would be the Tremere Primogen. And yeah, I think those are the big players. There's definitely some other people who are worth meeting, but that you'll have to get to know them on your own. These are the public figures anyway, myself included.
All right. That's it's great to meet you.
Yeah, you ever need anything, let me know. You're new, so I'll let you know. Nosferatu, you need secrets, we got them for a price.
What's the price?
Depends on the secret.
All right. Do you have anything on the prince?
You couldn't afford that.
Yeah, that's a big price there, buddy boy.
Oh, well, thought I'd break the ice. Ask the question. But if I wanted information on him, what would the price be?
What kind of information you're looking for? You got to understand that kind of information is kind of information that could get me killed. So I'm going to need a major boon at the very least.
Information that he definitely doesn't want someone of my caliber noticing. And what would it cost me?
Well, when I say cost, I don't mean money, just so you're understanding. I mean favors.
No, yeah, I get you.
That's something that I want to ask Lori, if there's like a favor I could do her for.
What can me do for you right now with what I've got for some information with the level I'm at? And it doesn't need to be on the prince. I can be just something to help me get by.
You're going to have to be a little more specific. There's information. I can get. You want to know where somebody's haven is, or you want to know what the next winning lottery tickets are. That there's different levels of information.
All right. Who do I need?
I'll tell you right now. I don't know what the next winning lottery ticket is.
Well, it's a good thing I don't gamble. No, what I want to know, aside from information on our wonderfully, let's say, eccentric prince, is there anyone in this town that I need to watch out for that's not, let's say, of a clan?
Of a clan. You mean like humans?
Pretty much. I mean, I've seen movies. I always see like it's the big premise is vampire hunters, and if I've got to be like this, I would rather not be iced too quickly.
Well, no hunters that I know of in town right now. I can tell you that, if we knew there was a hunter in town, that'd be public knowledge. That's a threat to us all. There's always the risk of attracting them, so always watch out for that. But I can't think of any major human threats you'd need to know of right now.
All right. Then, is there any two last questions then, and then I'll let you get back to your party. One, is there any way I can contact you when this is over? And two,
actually, give him like a give me like some sort of roll. You're wanting. Let's see. You're not intimidating him. You're not leading him. I mean, it'd be persuasion probably plus charisma.
Okay, persuasion plus charisma. I'm good at that.
So let's see. Couple things. Let's see. Something I picked up on the radar recently. There's there's a vampire club that started up that somebody opened up over at University of Houston. As far as I know, it's not actually anything to do with vampires, but more people who like, I don't know, maybe they're into Twilight or Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something. But could be an interesting opportunity as long as no masquerade breaches occur. That's kind of all you're going to get for 2 successes.
Right. All right, that's good to know. A bunch of posers. That's good. Is there any way I can contact you out after this? And also, what would I find that you would definitely want?
I mean, I want anything secret.
Anything secret? Okay. Well, fun fact. I may or may not have access to secrets on a number of high-ranking humans in the city, political figures and whatnot. I tend to meet a bunch of I tend to meet and try to help a bunch of people. Now, most of the people I'd interact with are not going to be people you'll be interested in, and are not people I'm interested in divulging information about. But occasionally, I come across some things about certain people that usually needs to get into that usually someone would be interested in.
Well, I'll tell you what. Mortal world, less interesting than the immortal world, but if you find something particularly juicy and you want to try and get a hold of me, he hands you his card.
Ooh, fancy. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate everything, all the information, Oscar.
No problem.
And with that, I'm going to do something stupid. If you want to go to someone else right before I do this, you can. But that Tufan lady that Oscar warned me not to piss off.
You're gonna go piss her off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and just see to what extent I might qualify as pissing her off.
Okay, we'll get to that. Before we jump back to Hayden, were any of Jaden or Frank, did y'all want to do anything?
I think Jaden's not here anymore.
He's probably dead.
Yeah, Jaden's gone. He's not even in Discord.
Oh,
he pissed off Tufan too much.
Apparently. All right, well, Jaden's gone. That means any of the Jaden specific information you could have learned is lost.
Dun dun dun.
What were you going to ask, Lori?
If there's any favors that I can do.
Oh dear, I don't need anything from you right now.
All right. And I guess that's when I say, well, if you do, since it seems like I'm revolving around the prince right now, and you need anything, here's my number.
All right, she takes down your number, or however you give it to her. Frank, what is Cole doing?
So as we know, Cole is a stereotypical geek, tech nerd type person.
Mm-hmm.
So he does not have very good social ability.
Yeah.
So he probably, like, as everybody kind of dispersed into the crowd, he probably just went over to whatever the equivalent of a bar would be,
Mm-hmm.
and ordered a blood.
Yeah. I mean, there's
blood, please.
There's a bar, I guess. But and it is a fully stocked bar, but yeah, they've got blood.
So I go up to him and I'm like, I would like one blood, please.
Coming right up, sir. And the guy, goes under the counter, pulls out a bottle of red liquid, pours it into a cup, hands it to you.
Before I take it, I say, "Cuántos es?"
I don't know what that
which is how much in Spanish.
Oh, it's on the house.
Oh, cool. So I just take the bottle instead of just taking the glass.
I mean, he doesn't really object. It's like, would you like salt with that, or perhaps a shot of whiskey?
The whiskey has to be in the blood for me to make it work, right?
Yeah. We've also got a number of drugs.
A shot of whiskey in the bottle of blood should be fine.
All right. He drops a shot of whiskey, and shakes it up for you, then hands it over. One shot, if you're taking the entire bottle, one shot is not going to really give you anything, but it'll change the flavor.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a little bit of a flavor enhancer. So, I accept the bottle of blood from the guy that he's dropped one thing of whiskey in.
Yeah.
I pour as much into my flask as possible, and then probably drink straight out of the bottle because fuck it.
Yeah.
And so I turn to the guy and I go, so, do you like D&D?
I've heard of it. Doesn't sound like it'd be my thing.
Oh, it's everybody's thing. Eventually,
isn't it like? I mean, I don't know. It's all pretend, and when you become a vampire, like playing a game where vampires exist, like what's the point? Like,
but you could be a vampire in a game, and then you're a vampire in real life too. It's like Inception, but not as cool.
I mean, I guess. I mean, do you want to roll to convince him to want to try D&D?
No, I was just trying to start up a conversation. I know what the hell to talk about. So
yeah, he's like, I mean, Inception was a good movie.
Roll that persuasion, Frank, to make him like D&D.
All right, persuasion.
We can play the hell game within the vampire. Actually, the vampire podcast I'm listening to, they did a D&D game as their vampire characters playing D&D.
God, that'd be so.
It was good.
That sounds
rolling to roll, bro. Good lord.
I'm a dude playing a dude dressed as another dude.
That's some next level.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to role play as your character, role playing your other character.
Yep.
Good fuck, dude. That would be way too difficult.
Well, one of them was a Transylvanian, like, very classic, blah type vampire, playing a lawful good paladin. Yeah, he was the best part of that episode.
So what do I got to roll to persuade this guy? Persuasion plus maybe charisma?
Yeah, that would work. 1 success. He's kind of like unconvinced, but says, I mean, I'll give it a try. Like, buy it at GameStop.
I mean, you're better off going to your local comic book store. Oftentimes, nerds congregate in these types of places, and you might be able to find one that is open late. And in which case, I'm sure they could have a table ready for you. And if you don't like it, then it's a late night snack, if nothing else.
All right, hold on. I need a random name generator. Random name generator. Boom. God, that's terrible. Yeah, my name. My name is Chinwei Guatam.
Chinwei.
I guess I don't know.
I think you found the wrong character generator.
Well, I didn't change any of the options to. It's just on all, so I have no idea where that name comes from. Oh my god, I can generate life story. Hold up. Okay. He's masculine, type child. No, he's not a child. Nationality. Well, his name changed, so maybe this isn't right. Okay, let's change his name to Père Bertrand. He is masculine. He's French. He was born January 31st. Okay, this is not working. It's a child. It's like all of he has liver disease. Okay, and he's whatever. His name is Chinwei Guatam. He's not French.
Well, nice to meet you, Chinwei. I am Cole.
Nice to meet you, Cole.
Here's my card. Here's my card. If you ever find anybody that's developing apps, I do that sometimes.
He takes your card.
Also, if you find a late night D&D store, please let me know. I must change my game time, and my previous group probably will not join me. Seeing as how I am now a vampire, like you.
Oh, I'm not a vampire.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God. I was really...
But I know all about you. I mean, I'm what they... I don't really like this name because I don't feel like one, but I'm called a ghoul for some reason.
I can try to turn you into a vampire.
I don't think my master would be.
That's possible.
Have you ever seen the show? Oh my God, what's the name of that show? Is it?
Tokyo Ghoul?
It's so stupid. But it involves vampires.
The Vampire Lestrade?
No.
That was a book series.
It's a comedy. God, I watched this show recently.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. You ever watch What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, like, I'm what's called a familiar in that show, but they call me a ghoul. And like I hang out with vampires and drink, like they sometimes they give me their blood and like it makes me strong.
But you can't turn into a vampire?
I mean, I like, they don't want me to, at least right now, because I can go out in the daylight.
Yeah, but I could totally turn you into a vampire.
But then I couldn't go out in the daylight.
Yeah, but you get to stay up all night. It's almost as good.
But like my master, like he he needs me to go out in the daylight for him.
Right, but I mean, then we could be buddies, and you wouldn't have to worry about having a master.
I mean, I guess we could still be buddies. Like he's not like an oppressive master.
Trying to persuade him.
Hold up, let me pull up stats for Ghoul real quick, so I can do a roll for him.
That is the highest I can roll, and it is 3 successes.
Not bad, yeah. Well, you could get a crit.
True.
Also, what's your hunger at?
0.
It should be at 1.
Okay, it's at 1.
Yeah, you can only go to 0 if you murder somebody.
Okay.
That matters, because if you get a crit on your hunger dice, bad things happen. And, well, it depends on how you look at it. Supernatural things happen. I don't know. This guy, that would be, what do you do to resist persuasion? He says, look, I mean, that sounds, look, I've got your card. That sounds pretty tempting. Like, I'm interested. I'm interested, but also, did Carmen in your player notes, the notes that talked about the thing, did Carmen tell you about the blood bond? She did. I see it in basic vampire powers. So you would know that someone who drinks a vampire's blood becomes bound to them. So it will be very difficult for him to like not do what his master wants.
But I made 3 successes.
Yeah, so he's considering it. Like, okay. Literally for him to actually go try and do it, he would have to like make lots of willpower rolls and stuff. He's fully bloodbound to his master, so it's like 3 successes for you is good, but on the difficulty chart, that's only a medium success.
What if I gave him some of my blood?
Or rather, well, if you do give him some of your blood, you can begin forming a bond to him.
Okay, I would like to give him some blood.
I mean, he's definitely going to take your blood if you offer it. He likes it.
I take my flask and pour the boozy blood back in the bottle, and then I take a. I'm assuming they have some sort of paring knife for like the lemons and limes and shit behind the counter.
Yeah.
I take that and like nick my wrist and then fill up the hip flask with my blood.
All right, I got to make him do a roll. Let's see.
And it's not like just like a regular hip flask. This is one of those like novelty, very large ones. Like that could double as an armor plate.
Yeah, he 3 1s and a 9. He does not succeed his willpower roll to resist your persuasion, so he will drink a dose of your blood. Did she explain to you how to create the bond?
I assume I have to drink from him first.
No.
No.
You give him your blood, it creates a bond. Basically, he has to drink from you 3 different times on 3 different nights within basically like a month or so. But you'll have him at bond level 1 from doing this, which means he is favorable towards you.
So, like me giving him a flask of blood is not going to do it?
No. It would have to basically like be. I mean, I guess. It doesn't really explain that. I guess if he drank some more tomorrow night, because it doesn't say the vampire blood has to be fresh against humans. Yeah, he takes a swig of the flask. We'll see how this plays out.
I tell him that there should be enough in there for like roughly 3 doses, and if he takes it for 3 different days, then he can become a vampire. Because I think that's how that works.
Well, that's not how that works. He becomes your ghoul at that point. Well, he's already a ghoul. He becomes bloodbound to you.
I don't know how to make a vampire. Nobody told me how to make a vampire. I am just making an assumption.
Yeah.
Like, I know how I became a vampire, and that was me dying or something.
Yeah.
I'm not too clear on the rules, so I assume what I'm telling this guy is the truth.
Yeah, I don't see a note in here. I don't see anything in your notes that she explained how to make a vampire. And that's because according to the rules of the traditions, the third tradition is thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder.
And nobody told me that.
No, it's in your notes. She told you that.
Right, but I didn't pay attention. I was playing Poppy Bird.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm not breaking the rule. I'm only ignorant of it.
Bill, you were going to go talk to this sheriff person.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what do you do?
Is she talking to anyone?
She is standing imposingly. Do I have a character sheet for her?
She's just standing there. Menacingly!
Yeah, she's standing menacingly, observing the crowd, making sure no one's breaking the rules.
All right. Then I'm pretty much just going to kind of walk up and... is she up against the wall or anything?
Yeah, just kind of like leaning in the corner of the room.
All right. I'm going to kind of just walk up next to her and just kind of lean on the wall next to her. Going to be like, hey, how's it going?
She says nothing.
Does she even look at me?
Make a perception check.
Oh, shit. Ron, you know my rolls. Why do you keep making me make rolls?
Awareness plus wits.
All right. Awareness. Come on. I got 2 successes.
I mean, her eyes shift towards you and then shift away.
Okay, I'm gonna do something really fucking stupid here.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Majorly famous last words. So I'm gonna not directly looking at her, but definitely speaking it to her. So I was informed you're definitely the person I should go out of my way not to piss off. Why is that?
She looks at you for a moment, and then she says, basically, I am the prince's enforcer, and then gets up and walks to the other side of the room and leans against the wall.
All right.
Do I see that?
Want to, if you want to be paying attention.
Yeah. I see that, and I look at him from across the room, and I go, "Damn, did that one hurt?"
I'm gonna look over at him. I've met him at this. I know you.
Yeah.
No wait, I don't know you. I only met you at just now when we got here. Okay, I'm gonna look at you right when you say that. I'm gonna wink, and I'm gonna continue this level of stupidity, and I'm gonna walk over to where she did and lean on the wall, basically on the same side. I'm gonna be like, so what exactly is it that you enforce? I'm just out of curiosity. Why does the prince need an enforcer?
Hold on.
Oh God, Ron's about to make a secret roll. Jerry's dead.
All right, so she stands up, stops leaning on the wall and turns to you. The lights in the room flicker, and you notice shadows seem to pool around her. Her eyes are black as the void, and she says, I enforce the masquerade. I enforce the laws of the city, and I enforce whatever the prince may ask of me, and I don't like interruptions in my duties. And she reaches out. You are welcome to attempt to dodge this, but she reaches to touch your arm. Like you can stand there. She's not doesn't. I mean, her if it wasn't for the darkness and black eyes and stuff, you would probably think she's just reaching out to touch your arm. But you can choose to attempt to dodge if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. What do I need to roll for that?
Give me a let's see. That would be Dex plus plus athletics. Athletics.
Okay. Athletics plus Dex. 1.
That's 2 successes from her.
Damn.
Yeah. So she reaches out, touches you, places a hand on your arm, and it feels like. Have you ever been shocked, touched a shock wire or something like that? That jolt, it jerks your whole body.
Y'all probably won't be surprised to hear this, but yes, several times.
Yes. So it feels.
I touched an electrification.
Yeah, I got zapped several feet back when I worked at Jamba Juice because of a frayed wire and a wet floor.
You take 2 levels of aggravated damage, and your wrist is broken.
Ooh, my wrist is broken. Oh shit.
Yeah, so that would be change 2 of your health, the red boxes, to X's.
Oh shit.
And then she walks away. The good news is it couldn't have been more than 2 damage, but the bad news is it couldn't have been less than 2 damage.
As she's walking away, I'm just gonna kind of wince. I was under the impression that, according to the rules, Warden, we were not supposed to be using our powers here. You just broke the rules, Warden. Who enforces the enforcer?
Yeah, those are good points.
Yeah, that's actually
kind of eye the area, and then they look at her and they just kind of turn away. And she goes back to where she originally was, leans against the wall, and looks around.
When as she's looking around, I'm not gonna push my luck a second time, or should I? Ooh. Or should I?
I saw it.
Do it.
You hear me yell from the bar. I saw that.
All right. I'm going to do one last stupid thing.
So you see Imogen coming towards you. Are you trying to go over to the Tufan lady?
Only within 10 feet. I'm not getting close to her, just close enough to where she can definitely 100%. I know for a fact she can hear me. And just as Imogen is walking up, I'm going to be like, it'll be a shame if someone has to come and enforce on the enforcer, wouldn't it? And then I'm just kind of go with Imogen. I'm sure I'm going to get a scolding.
She's like, "Are you crazy? What the hell are you doing?" And I
don't respect authority.
She grabs your arm and takes you over to the
side. Ow! That's broken. Thank you.
Do I see Tiv anywhere around here?
She's mingling, much like she did at the party, except she's not, doing the whole thing where she's always keeping you in eyesight. She's actually mingling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hayden, you're up. Go talk to Tufan.
I look at Tufan and I just shake my head and walk away.
Oh, Hayden!
I'm not gonna die session 3 or 4, whichever one this is.
Well, I mean, she can't kill you. The Mad Prince has demanded.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I should put my balls into the fire pan, okay?
I mean, a quick dip ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah, just like teabag the water a little bit. Just test the waters a little bit. Ooh, that's a little too hot. Ooh, I kind of like it though. Ooh.
Are there any other Grangles in this area?
There are none that, I mean, they're not recognizable.
I guess I would ask Lori Harris if there's any present.
She glances around the room and she says, No, I don't see any here. They're not common in the Camarilla.
I guess that's when I go and find my sire, Tiv.
Okay. She's let's see. She's talking to a woman. This woman probably looks to be of based off of the way she's dressed, African. Not just African American, but like African.
Straight up African.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has kind of like some of the African jewelry. I mean, she could be African American, but she's dressed with like African style jewelry and stuff. Like she's from Wakanda or something.
Wakanda. I walk up to Tiv and I go, "So what's the purpose of these gatherings?"
Tiv turns to you and she's like, "Well, it's I mean, for me, it's to speak with some of my contacts. But everybody comes here for different reasons. Some people come here because they want to just suck up to the higher ups. Some people come here because it's a nice, safe place to make business dealings, things like that. Some people just come to socialize. She looks over at the dude who's keeps trying to find people to dance with him, and it's a formal party, I guess.
And it's like, I guess I got information on 2 out of 3 other people.
Oh, really? Which two?
I was talking to Lori Harris over there, and she told me about Olivia Taylor and Jess Kirkless.
Never heard of either of those. At this point, the Wakandan woman speaks up. She mentioned Jess,
and I turn to her and I go, "Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't even see you there." And I offer my hand.
She shakes it. Rashida,
Max, this is my sire. Highly honored to be her. And I look at her. Am I considered your child or something? Spawn, little Spawn Satan.
Tiv kind of laughs at that. She's like, "Yeah, it's what the old timers call new vampire. Like, I am considered your sire. You're considered my child."
Well, I'll refrain from calling you mom. So
yeah, that'd be a little awkward.
Yeah.
They
wouldn't be the first time.
They spell it weird. It's got an E at the end of it.
Yeah.
Probably British or something. I don't know. Rashida says, she says, I heard something about an animal attack near Jess's Haven recently, a couple nights ago. Well, I think New Year's Eve, actually.
Oh, that's when I was turned by Tiv on New Year's.
Yeah.
So do you think someone was like trying to stop him from turning, or do you think it was like him masking himself up? Is he known to do something like that?
Well, she is a gangrel, and they do.
Oh, they're the ones that like shape form or something. They're hanging around a lot of animals.
Yeah, they do hang around with animals, but I don't know the detail. I remember something about an animal attack happening around where Haven is, and she kind of gives you did I put where it actually is? I didn't. She kind of gives you the general area where she doesn't know where specifically, because a lot of vampires keep that kind of stuff secret. She doesn't know where exactly Jess sleeps, but she gives you the general area.
Okay. What's the area called? Haven?
a haven. Haven.
Oh, a haven. Okay.
Yeah. But she couldn't tell you exactly where it is. Just we'll
Yeah.
figure that out later.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, and that is the useful information that NPC has.
and I ask, hey Rashida, what by chance, what clan are you part of?
Oh, I'm part of the ministry.
So
yeah, the ministry are one of a weird clan. Like not much is known about them.
Yeah. I hear they're and I go, you guys special in magic, right?
Yeah, we dabble.
Okay. And that's when I turn to Tiv and I go, so, sire, is there anyone that I should talk to or try to find out more about anyone that might know Jess?
Mention that you hear this is not a glass cup, and I don't have a spoon, so that didn't sound right. You hear someone, doing the tapping the cup on the spoon to get people's attention, and it is the Seneschal, however you say that word, and she is standing, getting everyone's attention. She's like the prince's right-hand person. Joanne Ellenridge.
Man, there's a lot of female vampires.
I mean, there's male ones too. Y'all just haven't. I mean, Bill talked to one.
I talked to one.
Yeah. Well, no, you talked to a human, a ghoul. She gets everyone's attention, and then the prince stands up. And where is his line? Or no, she gets everyone's attention and says, "Would the four newborns please come forward?"
I strut my stuff up there, trying to look as confident as possible.
And yeah, you all get up in front of the group, stand before the prince, and he stands up. Welcome. He stands up and says, "Welcome, young neonates, to Houston and to the Camarilla. May you follow the traditions and enjoy your eternity." And then he stands there awkwardly for a moment and then says, "Bye," turns and walks out of the room.
The room that he walks into, do we see any doors?
This is a really important question. Does he walk into a room with no other doors?
Well, you don't know. You'd have to follow him. But
I follow him.
A couple of people kind of like awkwardly clap. Frank follows the prince. The door was a closet, and you don't see him.
Well, I mean, at least he's getting out, like, not just walking into a room and waiting for us to leave.
And with the awkward clap silence thing, that's when I turn around and do kind of like a little bow, and I go.
And when Max turns around, you see the prince on the other side of the room, and he's like chatting with a couple of people and drinking a glass of blood.
Nice. Super speed or teleportation of some sort.
He's a bit of a showman. Seems much more friendly than he did in your private meeting.
It's all a facade, though.
Maybe he's also insane. So
yeah, that's why it's a facade.
Yeah. So you guys have found out about two of the people that you're expected to find.
Yeah.
There's one you haven't found out about.
That would be one of my questions to Tiv about. Is there anyone that might have any information on
Tiv,
the mystery guy?
I saw you talking to Lori earlier, and if she didn't know, the most likely person would be Oscar. He should be pretty easy to spot. She unless he's invisible right now, she looks around the room and sees the guy that Bill was talking to, Oscar Peretta, the Nosferatu primogen. That
Okay.
guy, that he'd be in the know. If Lori doesn't know it, he definitely knows it. She's the town gossip. He's the town peeping Tom. She keeps all the secrets.
And I go, all right, I'll go do my sonly duty. And I turn around and walk off to him.
Okay, while you do that, Tufan. Well, Carmen had approached Tufan, and the two of them are walking over to Frank, to Cole. Are you still at the bar?
Yeah, well, I might have gone to the restroom.
Oh, that's right. You did go look at the closet that the prince was in.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm already away from the bar, so I'd probably go to the restroom, splash some water in my face, wash my hands.
Yeah, they don't go into the restroom to find you, although they probably figure it's unlikely you're peeing.
I'd probably mount up to the urinal and wait there for a second. Mount up.
Yeah. Y'all don't climb on top of the urinals?
I do not assert my dominance upon everyone in the bathroom.
Why not? You should be doing that every time.
But after realizing I'm not gonna pee, I just kind of shake my head and then zip my pants back up, and then
If
probably
you
walk
want
back
to
out.
rouse the blood and activate Blush of Life, you can make yourself pee.
That's too much work.
Of course, they have a mechanic for that.
It's when we get caught by a human. It's like, prove you're not a vampire. Oh shit. Let me just shit myself right now.
Yeah, with Blush of Life, you basically can function like a human. Granted, you would have needed to drink some liquid. I mean, the blood gets absorbed into your body, your bloodstream, so you can't really pee that out. But although you do cry tears, so I guess you could pee blood.
That's called an STD.
Yeah. So when you come out of the restroom, Carmen and the sheriff are waiting for you, and she says, "Cole, I wanted to introduce you to the sheriff Tufan, and she is the highest ranking of our clan here in Houston." And
hello.
Reaches out to shake your hand.
I reach out and shake her hand.
And your hand does not break. It's a normal handshake.
That's awesome. I pull out my phone. I pull out my phone and say, "Hey, so I should probably get your number." And I turn it on and hand it over to her.
It turns off. She looks at the phone, surprised that it was on in the first place, and says, "I see Carmen was right about you," and hands the phone back. "I do not have a phone number."
Oh, that sucks. Well, I mean, you have an email, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Instagram.
She does seem like a bit flustered for a moment, and then grabs one of the random waiter people and whispers something to him, like, of course, ma'am. And they run off. It's like, I probably have some of those, but let me get my secretary.
Ooh, do I get one of those?
Well, I mean, I pay this person.
Oh, can I get one but not pay them?
Well, the blood is very powerful. You could certainly bond someone, and then they'd likely do. When I say pay, I mean I pay them in blood. I mean, I do give them a salary. That they live a comfortable life. And then a guy comes out, and it's like, "You needed something, ma'am?" It's like, he's asking for my email.
I turn my phone. I turn my phone back on.
And she's again. She looks impressed. And the guy's like, "Oh yes, of course." He reaches into his pocket, hands you a card, and it's got a phone number and an email and a Twitter and all that good stuff. A Facebook page that she's probably never seen before.
I tweet out, "Hang in with the fam," hashtag her name, her Twitter handle, and then take a picture of both of us.
Both of you are blurry in the picture.
God damn it.
Actually, all three of you are.
I posted anyways. Like, damn it! Oh well.
and yeah, she's like, I don't know what that is, but yeah. If you need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of him, and he handles those kind of things.
Awesome. So I'll definitely, if I have any issues or any questions or just need something, I'll get with him directly.
Of course.
So now, while I have you, apparently I have to go find somebody. 3 somebodies actually. I don't know. Maybe you know who I'm supposed to go find.
Well, yes, you're the. Of course, you're looking for 3. Well, I don't know the names of the newborns, assuming that they were created, but I do know the names of the people of the sires.
Yes, those things like her.
There's Olivia Taylor, who is a Toreador. Liam Riva.
Hold on. I don't have my notes app open.
Hold on. I'll just.
Well, no, I was in game.
Oh, okay.
All right, go.
There's Olivia Taylor, the Toreador, Liam Riva, the Nosferatu, and Jess Crowkless, the Gangrel.
Wait, who was the second one?
I will copy those 3 names for y'all.
Okay, Olivia, Jess, and what was the other one?
They're there. Olivia, Jess, and Liam. Liam is the one that y'all haven't found out yet. And she goes on to tell you, because she only is interested in talking to you because you're the new blood of her clan. She goes on to tell you, where'd her note go?
That's what I write down in my notes app.
Okay. Liam
River, Nosotros, Jess something, the Ginger, Olivia Taylor, Toreador.
I
Flawless.
So I don't know where Liam or Olivia. Well, actually, I don't know where any of them are. But Liam and Olivia have not been on my radar recently. However, figure of speech. However, I have been looking into a rumor of a bunch of kine being torn to bits by a beast of some sort. Gangrel are known to have claws, so maybe it was one of them. I can get you more information on this later, but it was near the haven of Jess, and she tells you Jess's address. Well, it's not really an address. It's more like a bridge that she lives under. But she tells you the like nearest intersection, basically.
These are all things I'm writing in my little notes app.
Yeah.
It's a bridge, not a bride.
She lives under a bride.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate all that information.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the incident too much because it hasn't met it hasn't really hit the local news, so it's not really a masquerade breach, and therefore not really my concern. But it is something that seems like it might be useful to you.
Well, I greatly appreciate that, and I'll look into it for you and get back to you with any information.
Of course, and if you do discover that it is a breach of any of the laws of the kindred, just either get in touch with my secretary. They'll let me know, and I'll take care of it.
Do you by chance have like a quick reference guide on the laws of the kindred?
She looks at Carmen and gives her a stern look and says, "Your sire should have informed you of the laws."
Oh no, yeah, she totally did. It'd be nice to have it in writing. I like to be thorough and
Carmen, or no, Jeffrey, please get him a copy of the mask of the traditions. And he's like, of course. He doesn't have it on him though.
I will totally accept electronic copies as well. That works perfectly.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll just text it to you later.
Appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Nux.
What'd you say?
Nux. Knuckles.
Oh, okay.
Nux.
Fist bump.
He does that.
Yo, bro, give me some low bones.
I am a socially awkward person, so I try to use as many fun things as I can. So
I think fun is the wrong adjective.
fun for me as a socially awkward geek, okay?
Man, I had to learn what the heck bet meant.
Bet?
Jaden is always saying bet. B-E-T.
Like I bet you something, or like
No.
that.
No. It's like when they say, "Hey, let's go out for drinks. Let's go out for drinks." Bet.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. An affirmative agreement.
Yeah. I mean, I figured out what it meant immediately, but I'm like, why? This is dumb. Why is this a word that people use for this?
To be fair, like to get a win, W-I-N, turned into get a W, turned into dub, and now it's dubs. And now a one letter or a 3-letter word turned into one letter turned into a 3-letter word.
Wait,
so
I mean, I knew that dubs was W, but I didn't know that it meant win.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like go get that dub, or let's get that dub. It's get that win.
Okay.
Whenever I heard "let's go get dubs," I'm pretty sure I always thought Buffalo Wild Wings. So
I know.
That's B dubs.
Yeah, that's B dubs.
They just want Wild Wings. It doesn't have to be Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Buffalo.
Yeah, it'd be chicken, steak, Wild Wings.
So you now have all three names. Yeah, you have all three names. You have the address of Jess. You know that, well, as a group, you know that Olivia frequents a specific nightclub. And you have the name of the Nosferatu, and one of you, I forget which one already, but one of you was told that, oh, no, Hayden was told that the Oscar dude, Oscar was, what is his name?
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar would be the one to know secrets like that. And he's a Nosferatu.
So I pretty much got all the information that we need by myself, right? And Hayden got all the information he needs for us as well. I assume it's going to be a team effort to go look into this. So
you've got names for everyone and locations for two of them.
And the third one is Jess?
Nosferatu guy. You have Liam's name, but you don't know where to go to find him.
And I got the connections to Oscar.
I know where Jess is.
Yeah,
Hayden, do you know where?
Straight up and given her the address of her haven, basically.
Hayden, who do you got?
I had literally everyone else besides Liam. I had all that information besides Liam.
Cool. All right. So nobody knows Liam. I guess we've already asked around about Liam, and we haven't got any information.
Nobody's asked around about Liam. You were the first one to hear anything about Liam.
Yeah, besides Liam, I pretty much had all of it.
Did I already walk away from the conversation with the big boss lady?
If you want to have, yes.
Okay, before I walk away, can I ask her about the Liam Riva and who might know information about him?
If anyone's going to know information about him, it'd probably be Oscar, but it's going to cost you.
How much?
That's when I guess I would be going up to Oscar.
He deals in favors, so that, I mean, I couldn't tell you how big a favor he would ask for that.
Bill, what's your character's name?
Jerry.
You know, I hear Jerry gives a mean background. Do you think that would be enough?
No. Probably not. Listen, I need to go back over to that wall and brood some more.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I appreciate the conversation. I'm gonna go find the other 4 initiates and see if we can't figure out what we're gonna do.
All right. And she goes back to the wall, and Carmen's like, "That went pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, she is way nicer than I thought she was gonna be.
I mean, she's the clan. You know, she's good with the clan, and yeah." She doesn't like most other people, except the prince. I won't comment on that.
She likes the prince.
I think she liked the fact that I could play with my phone.
She likes the fact
that is pretty impressive.
Do you think I got a shot
with 2?
Was that her name too?
Fan. Her last name is Phan, and her first name is Tu.
Fun. Gotcha. Yeah. I need to write that down. Big boss lady name Too Fun. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I won't forget.
There you go. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her show. I mean, a romantic interest in anyone, even the prince. She's devoted to him, but like in a professional way.
Well, she's way out of my league, so there's no chance I'm even gonna even try.
Yeah, it's not, probably.
Yeah. All right.
She's pretty hot too.
Well, I mean, you're not bad looking yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Even though I don't say this out loud, but isn't she like 40 something?
Yeah, she's older,
but still a decent looking woman.
She's in the body of she appears to be 42, exactly 42.
I like how most everybody else had a weird interaction with their sires, and I'm just pretty chill with mine. and my clan is one of the more weird ones.
Yeah,
your clan is also a sellout.
Your clan is one of the weird ones, but I kind of just decided that they're all pretty chill with each other.
This is great. I appreciate it. All right. So, whatever the fuck your name is, I'm going to go see these guys real quick. I forgot her name.
Carmen.
I don't have Carmen. I don't know why I'm having an issue with that. But, yeah, I'm going to go find these guys and we're going to see if we can't figure out what we're going to do.
All right.
All right. Bye, Carmen.
Bye.
I love you.
Okay. Did I give him too much of my blood? Shit. Everyone except for Max is technically bloodbound 1 to their sires, but Max is unbondable. So,
all right. So I
only
wander around
the fact that his sire is attractive.
I wander around and eventually.
I also have that skill point.
What?
I also have that skill point where I'm attractive, so it gives me a bonus on.
Oh yeah.
Charisma rolls.
Hayden, you're Max, right?
No.
I thought you were Max Cox.
That's what I have.
Max. Is Jaden Max Cox?
No, I am Max.
Oh my god, Hayden, shut up.
Okay. Man, you got me double question myself. All right, so I wander around until I find Max, and I go up to him, and I go, "Hey, initiate, I have information for us."
Jerry's gonna see them talking, and he's gonna go over to him too as well.
I put Jerry as like a physical human buffer between us.
Wesley, meanwhile, has been talking to the Ventru Primogen, and they've just been talking about business crap. It's very boring.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go over to what's his bucket? What's Jaden's character's name? Wesley. I've been meaning to go over to Wesley and be like, man, you created a real shitstorm in the company, and I've had to deal with that shit ever since you sold 10%.
You've been no call, no showing the past 3 days.
I know, but all my coworkers have been texting me. Which I think I should send off a text real quick.
Okay.
Isn't it like probably 3 or 4
send a text
a.m.
off
at
to
this
my
point?
boss and be like, "Oh hey, sorry, I've been deathly ill. Doctor's note's coming."
What is it? 10? Yeah, your boss doesn't respond back right now.
Yeah.
You see that like the thing where it says they're typing, but then it stops.
No,
Someone's
that's always the
lonely.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh
That is
no,
the
you've been
worst.
left on red.
Nah, it's my boss. He's lonely as fuck. He's up at like 10 o'clock at night, got nothing going on.
It's probably closer to like maybe 2 at this point. The party's been going off.
Yeah, it's been going for a little while.
Any horror.
I turned I turned to Jerry and I go, Jerry, you're a doctor, right?
In a very literal sense, yes. I'm not a medical doctor.
Do you think you can write me a doctor's note?
How many times
You're a
have
therapist,
you talked to
aren't
somebody?
you? Write me a fucking doctor's note.
I can do that.
How many times have you talked to somebody who has a doctorate that calls themselves a doctor and they weren't a fucking doctor?
I don't really call myself a doctor. I kind of call myself everyone's friend. And then I'm gonna just kind of turn my head, like real sarcastically. Gonna go ahead and say, "Isn't that right, Tufan? Everybody's friend."
I'm getting real drink the Kool-Aid vibes from you, you know that?
Hey, that's my boss, man. Yeah, you gotta chill with her. She's pretty nice.
I don't respect authority. I'm sorry. I'm Texan.
Well, I mean, I am too. I think. Hold on, I have to check my backstory 4 moments.
Yeah. I get a handwritten note from Jerry, and then I put it in an envelope and mail that bitch.
Max has been super sick. Have prescribed holistic medication.
He gets fired the next day.
You're fired for being dumb.
Also going to include my email address. Need to speak to you about his potential mental state needing therapy.
Do not call before 6 p.m.
Call after 6 p.m. Thank you.
Oh, he's one of those late customers. God.
So down to the
5 to 7.
5 to 7s, dude.
Oh god, those are terrible.
Fucking 5 to 7.
In Austin, dude, every day.
No, yeah, every day is a 5 to 7. Every day is gonna be. You're gonna
start at 9, and I'm like, what are we? Office? No, but yeah. So I guess we all trade the information, right? And then we need to go to Oscar. And I go, Jerry, you already talked with Oscar, right?
Oh yeah, I got his info and everything. So if we need specific information, the only thing is that he works in favors.
Oh, sweet, no problem. And I go over to Oscar. I'm like, hey, Oscar,
what you need, kid?
What type of favor would I need to do for you to get Liam Riva's address?
He's got a really pretty mouth.
And I turn over and look at you. I'm like, and I, shh.
But he's dead.
Giving out somebody's haven, especially one of the clan. I'm not sure I'm willing to do that.
We can give you the location of Jess Crackles, the Ginger's haven.
He snorts. You mean under that bridge on blah 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 street? Yeah, I already know that.
Oh, What about Olivia? Well,
We
what do I
don't.
have her name down?
We only
Olivia
have a place
Taylor
where she
Corridor.
congregates often. I'm sure he knows all this. This
We
is
know-
his job.
We know where she congregates often.
Yeah, okay. Good for you. I thought you wanted to know about Liam.
Yeah.
Was
I look at Cole and I go, Cole? Shh.
Yes. Oh.
Quiet. Thank you.
I pull out my phone and continue playing Flappy Bird.
Thank you. And I go, let me do some rolls because this feels like it's getting to a rolly situation.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, no, I really understand snitching on a clan member. We're not snitching on a clan member, but giving out.
I mean, somebody's where they lay their head during the day. That's a big secret. They don't like that to be known.
But this is kind of the prince, and if the prince doesn't get what he wants, both of our necks are on the chopping block. You do understand that?
My neck ain't on the chopping block. He said, "You got to find out where they are."
It's very true. But if I mention to the prince how much of a deep help you were, I'm sure he'll recognize that.
He glances over at the prince who's back in his chair. He's like, "Yeah, just keep me out of your business with the prince. I'm rather fond of my jaw."
All right, so if you help us, I'm sure he'll leave you alone. We'll make sure that.
All right. So, sounds like you're intimidating him.
All right, yeah, I guess I'll. Oh fuck! I don't want to intimidate. What I'm trying to communicate is.
I mean, you were definitely persuading, but now you basically threatened him and said, "Help us, or we'll tell the prince."
No, that's definitely not what I tried to say. What I tried to say was, if you help us, we'll let the prince know. But if you don't want the prince to know that we helped you, he won't know. Whatever you want, like whatever you want the prince to know, we'll say that to the prince.
I'm thinking that's probably going to be a persuasion. Are you telling the truth or lying?
I'm telling the truth. Why do I have a reason to lie to someone who can murder me right now?
Persuasion plus manipulation, I would think. Tell you what. You know what? You seem like a good kid. You owe me a minor favor later in the future, and yeah, I'll tell you where Liam hangs his hat.
Minor favor, vague, just as much as I like my women. There we go.
Yeah, you like your women vague, huh? He gives you the last known address of Liam, whatever the hell his last name was, Riva's. Liam, was it Riva? I don't remember.
Liam Riva.
Yeah, Liam Riva's last known address. He does move around a lot, but this is where he was staying last. I honestly, I gotta say, I was pretty surprised that he wasn't here tonight. Last I heard, he was planning on doing what the prince said, and he should have been here. So
Is he friends with Jess? Or
I
friends might be a strong word, but does he associate?
Not as far as I know.
Okay, because I heard Jess there was an animal attack with him, right?
Yeah, I heard something about that, but she is a gangrel, so
comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Is that so? I heard that from, obviously you probably know Lori, right?
I know of her.
Is Grangle, would that, she said it was like, she said in a way that made it seem like it was abnormal for that to happen.
Well, yeah, it was a bunch of humans that got attacked.
Oh, so that's like breaking one of the rules, right? Like, keep it secret, keep it on the down low.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the sheriff's looking into it. But yeah, I mean, it could have just been an animal attack, but Yeah, a bunch of humans were attacked. Happen to be near the bridge she tends to call home. So it's it's suspicious, but it could have just been a pack of wild dogs or something.
That's like the third time I've heard of attacks occurring.
Well, you've heard of the animal attack a few times, and then Bill got a mention of. Oh no, it wasn't an attack. He got a mention of the vampire club. But yeah, the animal attack. Everyone's heard of it, and it only stands out because it was near her haven. But there hasn't been it just happened, a couple on New Year's Eve. Haven't had time to really find out what the heck's going on yet. And of course, the specifics of any investigation would have been done by the sheriff herself, which she did say she would get you more information later.
I guess really the only thing is to wait for Broken Jaw Boy to come back, give us the information that he has or is going to get, and then go and talk to either the sheriff or animal control about this whole situation to get some background information going on. And then also to visit Liam at his last known address, and to go to Black Spire, the nightclub, see if we can run into Olivia Taylor.
Yep. So y'all got your three quests, and
we owe a minor favor to Oscar.
Yes.
No, you owe a minor favor. I never agreed to
true.
You're part of the party.
I am part of the party.
But yeah, I guess he could ask a favor that only I could get. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all don't really.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't help. I would totally help. It's just for clarification.
Y'all don't really find out any more useful information on those guys. You if you just stay much longer, like what is this guy's name? Well, Wesley's sire, I guess he doesn't matter, but he dips out pretty damn early. Imogen doesn't stay for very long. She tells Jerry, she's like, you're welcome to come back to the hospital, but now that you've been introduced to the prince, you are able to do as you please, so long as you follow the laws of the so long as you don't break any of the rules. You can go home if you want, or wherever you think that you would like to sleep. And Tiv kind of gives you the same information, Max. Like, you're a free man now. Well, as free as you can be in the hierarchy of vampire society. She's like, I'll be hitting you up with more clan like related information later, and I'll definitely checking in, to make sure everything's going well for you. But you same thing. She's like, you can use the warehouse for a couple more days if you want, but we need to close that thing down. We can't be using it for much longer. It'll start getting suspicious. But yeah, you're all free to go wherever the hell you want now. And you have a quest with the Jeeves does basically, he gives you the names. He gives you the names and the clans. So you already found everything out.
Less more.
Yeah, he doesn't give you any useful information. Like, I guess it would have been useful if you hadn't found out anything. But he gives you the names and clans of the three people, the three sires. You know nothing about who they were supposed to turn. Apparently, nobody knows that except for the individuals. And your sires could confirm that, like, they were specifically told, like, one-on-one, go turn this guy. So, like, nobody knows who the other people were supposed to, turn. And they didn't really know who each other was supposed to, like, who the other, people who were supposed to do that was. So, yeah.
Is my guy self-aware enough to understand that he should be blood bonded to Tiv? Or as blood bonded as much as he's drank from? So he's supposed to be like.
Well, you drank from her twice
positive
the same night, so you would only be blood bonded one. But let me see if I mentioned blood bond in your thing. I might have left that out. Oh no, it does say our blood can bind others to us, essentially making them our slaves if we give them enough. I mean, that's kind of what she told you about that, but she didn't go into any detail. And she hasn't, you haven't tried to drink her blood. She's not specifically offered it. So as far as she knows, you are blood bond one to her, but you should look upon her favorably.
Yeah. I guess to keep up that image, I give her some of the information. So she probably already knows the names. But I'll let her know.
She didn't know any of the names.
Oh, I'll give her the names then.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, thanks. I mean, if you need help with this, I can help, but that was
specifically my job.
Is the task, so yes, I'm willing to help you if you need backup or something, but yeah, it's your task from the prince.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
Well, go do your skulky thing, sire, and I'll do the hard work then.
Yeah, I'll be getting back with you later. The clan will want, the clan will be wanting to meet you and things like that, but there's no rush on any of that. Like you don't have to sleep in the dungeon anymore. Your unlife is your own for the time being. As long as you don't piss anyone off.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry for doing this to you. And she her usual chipper set, she got really awkward with that, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go now. And actually, you do notice that she gives, well, I guess give me an insight roll. Let's do wits, or no, insight. Insight's a skill, right? Insight plus wits.
1 success.
You notice that she gives a look over at someone else. She leaves with someone, and she's definitely the submissive person in that relationship. What this person outranks her, and she doesn't. She based off of that weird awkwardness at the end there, she seems nervous about whatever's happening next, and she leaves with someone.
What does that someone look like? Have I seen them before?
No.
Do I have enough to did I see them good enough to be able to describe them?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a description for them, but yeah, you would recognize them again. You could describe them to others.
Okay, because that's someone I would talk to. Bio. I would talk to Oscar about.
Yeah.
Or why talk to Oscar when I go to my homie Lori?
All right. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I shoot Lori a text. I go, hey, does this person sound familiar? And say no rush though.
She's like, yeah, I think that's one of your clanmates.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's all you get for now.
Yeah.
I'm
just putting that in my notes.
Yeah.
Tiv. Where's Tiv? Oh, there you go.
I guess if you wanted to, based off of that, maybe because you noticed she was nervous. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
She did mention something to you at one point that could give you a clue. I don't think. I think with only one success, yeah, you wouldn't be clued in on what it is. But we did mention something in a past session that if you had rolled a lot, you would have possibly been able to link the two things together. And so the night, winds down. You guys are free to leave, whenever you want. But eventually around 4 a.m, the prince at some point leaves. He left before it was even over. But eventually the Seneschal person says that, we're closing it down for the night. That way because they've got to clean the place up. for the mortals to come in the morning. Because, well, technically, I'm pretty sure the museum is probably closed on Sunday, but, you know, the cleaning crew, the mortal cleaning crew will be here soon.
I guess I do drink some of the glasses that are going around during the night so I can get my hunger down.
Yeah, you can get it all the way down to 1 if you want. Yeah.
Sweet.
And that's pretty much it. So you've got the locations, as much information as you can get from for all 3 of the people, the 3 sires, and hopefully they also they sired the people they were supposed to sire. Yeah, I guess the Jeeves guy would have indicated like there's no or one of your sires might have pointed out that there's no deadline on this. The prince just said find them. So you know that like one of them recommends maybe by the next Elysium, but also you guys can attend to your own affairs as well. So yeah. So for future sessions, you know, think about like, we want to find these people, but also what things do your characters want to do to figure out their own unlives and what the heck they're going to do with their lives now.
Yeah, my guy's got to look for a new job.
Yeah, that or he's got to convince them to let him work the night shift.
Can I work HR night shift?
I could use someone for nighttime security.
There we go.
Yeah, hey, I mean, your character's not a necessarily a combat-y character. He just got the combat-y clan.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he can't become one.
True.
I mean, Tiv herself is basically an assassin who doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah. I mean, most of my stats are in charisma and intelligence.
But then again, you know, James Bond is I guess he's not an assassin, but and he's also good with guns. Anyway, I guess we should say goodbye to our listeners that may one day exist. I'm going to do much more editing while I'm on vacation.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So that was another episode of Houston After Dark from the Integrated Dice Management Podcast. This was storyteller Ron Bjork signing out.
Hey, this is Bill. I played Jerry. Don't bother trying to find me anywhere. You won't.
Oh, I guess you can find me on Twitter at Virillion.
I go?
Yes.
I am somebody, and you can probably find me somewheres.
And by find me, I don't mean you'll actually find. Well, I'm on Twitter, but I've never logged into it. That's not true. I have, but
you had to make it at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right. Night, guys.
All right. Laters.
Hey everyone, it's me, Ron, from the future. Ooh. Although, I guess whenever you're listening to this, I'll be from the past. But what even more from the past Ron didn't know is now we have contact info. You can email us at idmroleplay@gmail.com and tell us all about how much you love us or hate us or send us fan art or whatever you want to do with that, and maybe we'll even read it on the show. You can also find us on Twitter at idmroleplay, and that's all. That's everywhere you can find us. So, bye. Thanks everyone for listening. The intro and outro songs you heard today was Foxhole Revolution and Gothamlicious, both created by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license, creativecommons.com, licenses by 4.0. The night is over, and have a great day, everyone.
Now I am here.
Bro, that used to be the most stressful stuff in elementary school. When the teacher was like, okay, let's all be quiet for this person. Like, oh god.
All right, everyone, we have to be quiet. Hayden hasn't finished his test yet.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, that shit was real. And then I found out I was fucking dyslexic.
Bro, if you had a teacher that did that, you had a fucking sadistic asshole of a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I have mommy kinks now, bro.
Facts. I'm just kidding.
You're supposed to be a good Mormon. Whatever happened to you?
He was introduced to D&D, and now he's here.
It's kind of true, though.
Now he's been corrupted by Satan. The lights just flickered in my house in real life.
Oh god, the vampires are coming for you, Ron. They're trying to indoctrinate you into the masquerade. Run!
Okay.
Run, Ron, run!